So this is a diagram of our body and our lungs. When we breathe air, to enter our respiratory system, it goes down our windpipe, so our trachea, and enters our lungs through our bronchial tubes. And from there, it goes through thousands of alveolar sacs or alveoli, which is where oxygen exchange takes place. So, meaning our body is given oxygen through the alveoli, and CO2 is removed. This diffusion is pretty much what gives oxygen and energy to the rest of our body, and is a essential process for us to survive. Within the bronchial tubes, there are thousands of little organelles, hair-like organelles called cilia. What these little guys are in charge of are sweeping out and cleaning the bronchial tubes in our lungs and taking out all the harmful debris and products that are not supposed to be there. So they're pretty much a massive cleanup crew. There's also another organelle called goblet cells. These guys are in charge of creating mucus and the mucal lining that helps both lubricate and protect our lungs. And so when we smoke, what happens is, first of all, the smoke goes in through our trachea again and goes in through our bronchial tubes, and it actually damages the bronchial tubes. It makes them it makes them less functioning, and will also damage the alveoli. It'll make gas exchange a lot harder. The smoke inside of it and a lot of the other blockage makes oxygen exchange a lot more difficult. Next, it'll also damage and heavily hinder the cilia. The cilia, because of the smoke, becomes damaged and sometimes die out. And because of this, cannot clean our lungs. They cannot get rid of the harmful debris and the harmful products. And they also cannot fully get rid of all the extra mucus created by our goblet cells. They still can, but not all of it. They become heavily damaged. And what happens to the goblet cells is that they actually become enlarged and they become more in number. So they're bigger and more in quantity. So we end up getting a lot more mucus within our bronchial tubes and our lungs. Sometimes, because the cilia can't remove them, there will be a buildup of this mucus, and at night, as our cilia heal, they'll start removing some of this mucus again. And in the morning, when a smoker wakes up, they'll need to cough up this mucus and get rid of it to open up their airways, and this is known as the smoker's cough. Other problems include respiratory disorders such as emphysema, COPD, asthma, and a lot of other things that can be developed due to the smoking and the damage caused in the lungs. The good thing is, it is to an extent reversible. Studies show that within days of quitting smoking, the air capacity within our lungs goes up, and so does the quality of gas exchange, inhalation, and so on and so forth. So the damage is to an extent reversible if someone quits. But quitting, as we might know from studying when we're younger and just any sort of video we watch, is very difficult due to the addictive properties of smoking. But that's not involved with the respiratory system directly. So for now, this is the damage caused by smoking to the respiratory system. Thank you.